for who are looking the job, who are part of the system administrator. And it would help you to get the job to have the multi skills. Today agenda is we will talk about the what is PowerShell, why we need it, and where we need to use a PowerShell, and Windows PowerShell command and syntax. I'll make you to very simple lemon language and to easy to understand. Basically, we would need to understand the concept of the PowerShell and the formula of the PowerShell, the logic of the PowerShell. You need to understand it. You don't need to have anything programming skill or any other scripting knowledge. You don't require. Just we need to know that how we need to. Okay, guys, can you go and mute, please? Ranil. Okay. So, guys, please go and mute. If you have any question, you can please feel free to raise your hand. Then you can ask the questions. And yeah, so basically, it's the most important to understand this PowerShell. When you know the fundamental of the PowerShell, you can manage for anything automation. Can be managed Azure, can be managed the Windows Server, can be managed Office 65. Anything can be done, right? So we will talk about a couple of demo session and the PowerShell script and use cases. We would also talk about the comparison with other automation tool called Python, Ansible, and PowerShell. All right. So basically, you know that we need a PowerShell. Why we need a PowerShell, right? PowerShell is a command line shell and scripting language, right? Primarily, it is designed for the system administrator in Windows environment. It provides a command line interface where users can execute the command, perform administrative task and automated task. Usually, we are using for the PowerShell for all the repetitive job, reduce the manual work, right? The reporting part. So very much needed. It's a mandatory have a skills for every administrator to manage our environment, automate the things wherever we need it, right? When we talk about the automation, PowerShell allows the automations of repetitive tasks, making it easier to manage and maintain systems. Scripts can be created to perform tasks such as system configuration, file management, anything you wanted to have the reporting quickly. It will be give a one single line command script. You would be able to help for make things faster, right? And reporting part we would need. Ultimately, the goal is to saving a time and reducing the human error. So first, most important, it is we are using that PowerShell everywhere, right? In most of the cases, Windows platform, right? Microsoft Windows platform. So it's extensively used for the various scenarios, especially within Windows centric environment. Where is the Microsoft product, right? We have the Windows servers, Active Directory, Office 65, cloud services, SCCM, networking, database, VMware. Most of the cases, 90% of the PowerShell would be using for the all the Windows product, which is Microsoft. You can use the SQL database, right? You can use for the Office 65, Exchange environment. Wherever we are doing for the manual work, we are getting more taking time, then we need to have the PowerShell scripting to things to make automate. So every administrator must use a PowerShell. Yes, it is required for the automation, no matter what administrator we are. Backup administrator, server administrator, VMware, Active Directory, security, cloud, database, things to make automate, we would need for the PowerShell, and we need to make things to automate for all the environment, right? But once you understood the PowerShell, you can make anything, any of the technology we can make automate. So we don't need to have a specifically learn for the Azure PowerShell or cloud PowerShell or Active Directory PowerShell. No, you need to understand the PowerShell first. Then this will be applicable for the everywhere. That's the logic, right? So basically, we need to understand that is in, say, for example, now we need to understand this of the PowerShell. The terminology we can say this commandlet, right? The PowerShell we're using, we know that everyone using the command prompts, right? In PowerShell, we are using for commandlet. We call as a commandlet, right? And this commandlet, we have the default operating system commandlet. We have the by default commandlet in our operating system, right? And this commandlet has the verb and noun format. It's a very simple non-format. What do you mean by verb by non-format here? For example, it's a get hyphen command, right? This is a commandlet. Get is a verb and command is noun format. And we need to use for always a commandlet for the hyphen. So you need to connect between these two verb by noun format with hyphen. So first most important, we need to know that is in commandlet. And once a commandlet understood what is a commandlet, it is getting, then each commandlet, we have a default parameter. We have a default parameter. So what do you mean by this? We need to understand this logic. What is that logic here? Simple method. First, any requirement is come to you, find the commandlet. And second one is find the relevant parameter. So what do you mean by parameter here? To understand this parameter, again, we can ask the PowerShell help, right? The PowerShell can ask the help. So each commandlet to get full information, we can ask help to PowerShell. So how do you ask the PowerShell to help? These two things is very much important. If you are not getting the full information, if we are not getting full information of commandlet, then we need to update our help. The commandlet use called as update help. So before we talk about this commandlet, basically we have the four type of PowerShell console. Number one is PowerShell direct console. Which is x86 and 64-bit. Number two, PowerShell direct console. It's a 64-bit, right? And third one is PowerShell ISE, integrated script extension. It is 32-bit, which is x86. And fourth one is same PowerShell ISE console, it is 64-bit. If you see, go to the start, you can open your scroll down. You have the PowerShell folder here, right? You would be able to see these four type of console. One is direct console, which is 64-bit. x86 is a 32-bit. Both are direct console. It is 64-bit ISE, integrated script extension, and it is 32-bit x86. So if you open the direct console, first most, if I need to find the commandlet, right? If it's, as I said, it is my PowerShell command. If I wanted to see this, how many commandlet are there? It's a verb by noun format. You can find how many commandlet are there in my default operating system. The commandlet called as a get hyphen command. Okay, so if you type in your operating system also, you would get this kind of commandlets by default. It would be depends on the operating system versions, maybe Windows 10, Windows 11, or server operating system. You would be able to get these many commandlet. List of the commandlet, you will get it, right? Included, if any additional modules installed in your operating system, those are also, it will be updated here. So if I ask to PowerShell how many total commandlet are there, how many commandlet count are there, you can also check it. And maybe you can also parallelly check in your operating system. Type get hyphen command, you can able to find how many commandlets are there. These are all default uh, operating system commandlet. In my operating system, I have installed couple of modules. Along with that, you would be getting this. If I ask my PowerShell, uh, how many commandlet are there default in my operating system? If I ask count, okay, around 8,266 commandlet in my operating system, right? Included, I have installed a couple of modules. Those commandlets also be available here. The first step you need to understand how many commandlet are there. So take one example. If I need to find in my operating system, I need to get the service related commandlet. I don't know the commandlet. How do I find it? How do I find it? I'm very new to the PowerShell, and I need to get the service related commandlet. So what we need to do, the simple method, we have already commandlet get hyphen command, right? And we can search. When you talk about search, we would be using in a PowerShell wildcard entry, wildcard, which is you are using for the star, right? So this star indicate we call as a wildcard for searching. It means I am searching in this commandlet, which is the what we are looking service related. You just ask the PowerShell service and star. So there will be different methodology or different criteria for wildcard you are going to use. If you use the both the side star, it would give you that is in everything wherever it is find the service, it would give the result. If you give that is initial, you know, in beginning with the star and a text and text with the end star, that's a different meaning. If you're using for that is in both the side star, it is a wildcard process, right? It's a end with, start with, and containing everything. So now I wanted to find it service related commandlet. I don't know the commandlet, right? Always you need to go with this process. Ask get hyphen command. All the commandlet are there in this. I wanted to find the right commandlet for this, right? So if I ask the PowerShell here, get hyphen command, it's all the command. Ask PowerShell, use a wildcard, which is star and service, right? And you would be getting for the many things. So there is a relevant commandlet you can use that is in which is common with the get one, right? Get star services. You see, the get hyphen services is a commandlet, we got it. As I said, once you identify the commandlet, we need to get the full information of this commandlet. How do I start? How do I use it? To understand this, we need to ask PowerShell to help, right? So for that, you would be using get hyphen help and get hyphen service. So why we need to know this? Because we need to make a frame it. We need to ask PowerShell if any of the service specific get that is in get the WinRM service status, right? How it's what it is status. WinRM service I need to check it. How do I use it? Always the format is commandlet and a parameter. Commandlet parameter. To find this, we need to ask PowerShell get hyphen help and get hyphen commandlet. So I need to get this full information, get hyphen help and get hyphen service. So you see here, the most important, the heart of the PowerShell, 70% of PowerShell you would be able to understanding in this. Once you know this concept of getting information of help, when you type get hyphen help and get hyphen service is a relevant commandlet, you would get the full information. This is called as a full information. What do you mean by full information? You would get that synapses, what is this definition of this, and most important syntax. Here is a completely your PowerShell commandlet to how to use it. Always you see this commandlet, there is a start with hyphen, this is called as a parameter, and this is called as a parameter. This is called as a parameter. This is called as a parameter. So always it is a relevant, each commandlet, it would give you the information what and how you need to be frame it to this PowerShell. Along with the syntax, it would give the description and some related links, some example also. If you're not getting this kind of information, it is not getting a full information, then it must be update in your PowerShell. You should update your repository PowerShell console to run this command, which is called update-help. This two things need very much important to run this beginning. Remember this point. Anything you wanted to begin with the PowerShell, your PowerShell console must be up to date, because we need to get the full information of any command that you ask the PowerShell. It should give this complete syntax. Syntax means what? All the parameter, default parameter, it would give the details. So if you are typing in your parallel in your system, please check get-help and get-service. If it is not giving the full information, this error you can ignore it. It is a known issues. Ultimately, I have already updated and I'm getting this full information. So if you're not getting the full information, you have to type your update-help. So once you run this update-help, your commandlet should give this full information, which is now always remember every commandlet, it would give that default parameter. So now that default parameter get-service -name, and the reason when I'm talking about WinRM. So another important, each parameter, it's demanding to enter the values, and those values are different type of values. Values means what? It's a data type, you call as a data type. So these data type are different. Number one is, might be it is asking you data type is string value, and this data type might be value is asking for the integer, and this data type might be asking for date and time. What do you mean by this here? That PowerShell itself is giving us what you need to enter. You see, commandlet, parameter, system.string. There is this parameter demanding to enter the string value. You need to enter the string computer name, right? Hyphen display name, system.string, right? And hyphen name, system.string, which is get-service commandlet, hyphen name is a parameter, and I'm asking for the WinRM I need. This is my string value. So what you looking, it should be match with the parameter values what it's asking. Now see this, it's giving here. And same things, every commandlet, it would give you every commandlet, it will give the result along with the header. Header means what? You see here, status, name, and display name. Now I wanted to find, I need to, another goal if you talk about, if you see get-service here, get-service only one command, it would give that all the services information, right? It will give all the service information. Now the requirement is, I would like to check services whichever display name start with Windows, right? The requirement is, goal is, get the service display name start with Windows. Now here most important, as I said, any requirement you get it, first find the commandlet, find the parameter, then frame it. So very simple. We know the decision. We are talking about the services. There's a commandlet called as a get-service. And we are talking about the display name. Does that display name has a parameter, default parameter? Get-help. get hyphen service, we have the display name, right? So remember, display name we are using, we should use for the, when we talk about the start with, we should use the wildcard, right? This is end with. When you use the star beginning, it would be end with. This is start with, and it is a contain. Just some formula we need to just understand this here, contain. So we are asking here start with. How do I use it? Parameters, what is the display name? And I need to frame it. Get hyphen service hyphen display name, and I ask the start with. So I should use for the star Windows, right? Windows star, start with. Let's see I'm getting result or not. Get hyphen service is a commandlet. Hyphen display name is my parameter, and wildcard you can say Windows star. Can I get it here? Display name all start with Windows. You see this, start with Windows. Very simple, right? Always we need to make it formula. What is the requirement? You need to frame, you need to get the commandlet, you need to find the relevant parameter, and this parameter is demanding to enter the string value, you are getting the Windows star. Now same things, if I wanted to get that, another goal is third, we need to get Windows system event log. We need to get the system event log, right? How do I get? What would be the commandlet? How do I get for my event log? So, anyone has any question? Someone raise hand.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I want to ask, like, you mentioned the parameter, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
display name.
Mm.
So, is it case sensitive? Like, you have
No,
written in
no.
Notepad.
You can directly type. When you type the tab, automatically it will be corrected. So when you type
Or,
here normally, say for example, it is not a case, and just you can say I'm getting small letter. The moment you press the tab, automatically it get corrected. See this,
okay, all right, sir.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you can make it very simple. The ultimately, if that parameter is there, you just type, automatically press the tab, you will be getting this, right?
Uh,
And type here whatever you need. This is not a sensitive, you will get it.
okay, all
Okay.
right, sir. So, is it the part of Bash, like in Unix or Linux? We use Bash.
No. This is separate PowerShell. Some of the command it won't work. That is, it's not a batch.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So now another requirement, so anyone can frame it. Okay. I would need Windows system event log. I would need Windows system event log. This is the event viewer. I don't want to go manually check the event log. I would need for, there is an event log called as a system event log. So find the commandlet and find the parameter and frame it. How do you do that? Now to find the event log, you know that already. How do I find it? Get hyphen command. I would ask the PowerShell event log, correct? Event log. Please provide me the right commandlet. Can I get the event log? Here you can see this. I'm getting the event log. The command is get hyphen event log, correct? Now we got the commandlet here. Now, how do I find the parameter? Get hyphen help and my commandlet. Now get hyphen help and get hyphen event log. Now, what is my requirement here? As I asked here, get the Windows log name called system event log. Now, how do I frame it? Now, can you find it here? My relevant parameters there here. My relevant parameters there. Get hyphen event log. What would be the parameter? What would be the parameter?
Computer name.
No, I would need Windows log name called system event log. Please think and answer. There is information is already available here. There is a commandlet. What would be the parameter, relevant parameter? Please read the syntax.
Log name.
Perfect. Hyphen log name. I'm looking for the system. What is it demanding here? String value. So I should be using system. Very simple. I'm getting this all the system log. Now I would need system log, need only error log. Only error log. Can I see this information is available for the parameter? Do we have the relevant parameter? And I can get the only error log. First, you need to read the syntax. Always you need to read the syntax. I have the get hyphen event log, commandlet, parameter is the log name, and I type the system.
Entry type would be the parameter.
Perfect.
And we will mention error.
Perfect. So my commandlet is entry type, and I am looking for the error. That's it. See this? I'm getting all the error log here. Now I would need for this error log latest 20 log. I don't need all the logs, latest 20 log. Same things. Just see this, can able to find it, my relevant parameter in my get hyphen event log. Can we frame it? Get hyphen event log.
We will use the newest command, I believe.
Perfect. Log name, system, hyphen entry type, error, and hyphen newest. That's it, hyphen newest. And you see here, as I said, every parameter, it's a demanding to enter the value, what type of data type is asking. And where is the newest here? It's a newest. What is the demanding here? It's asking integer.
Integer, right?
It means you need to enter the value that is the number only. You cannot enter the string value. And here it is asking you to the string value. You cannot enter the number here. So that is the important here. Wherever this parameter demanding to asking you to enter the string, you have to enter the string. And wherever this parameter demanding it will give the hint, it will asking you to, you need to enter this kind of data type only. Right? Now see, you would be getting latest 20. Now see this latest 20, you got it. Same event log system, entry type is error, and I'm getting type. I'm getting for only 20 logs. And again, I would need for specific date mentioned. Specific date. I would need for the log, latest 20 log from last week to till today. Last week, what would be the date here? Last week is 13th, right? 13th April, I would need the log, okay, specific date. The date is 13th April 2025 to till today. It means you need to mention the date, right? So do you have the date parameter here? Do you have the date here? Do you have that is in parameter, relevant parameter? You have that is in?
Yes,
you see
after,
this?
before.
After, you see this? It is this parameter demanding to enter the date. This parameter entering to the data types is date. Now, I have this all. I'm looking for this after. What was the date here? This date format is taking you 04 or 13 2025, and before parameter and today's date, which is 04 DDYY 2025. Correct? Now see this. We're getting the date here. So the understanding here, commandlet, parameter, it's demanding the string value, parameter demanding the string value, parameter demanding the integer value, parameter date values. So this is the first step to understand to begin your journey. Any commandlet you wanted to find that relevant parameter, you should ask the help and you should get it. Is that easy method? Yes or no?
Yeah, one question here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that in parameter, if you go to the commandlet,
Hmm.
how about the newest? From where you got that newest parameter?
Newest parameter here only. Right? You see here, newest parameter here, and it's asking you integer.
Okay, suppose if you want we don't need the newest one. We need a
Okay.
older one means then we have to
Yeah.
give before.
Yeah. No. Date. Now newest means what? I asked that number of how many logs you would need it. So newest is it's not a date. If you don't want this and you wanted to have only dates previous date to till today, you would be getting all the information. You're not mentioning first 20 second. I would need only first 5, then it would give the only 5 logs. This was asking for the only latest 20 I asked. Latest 20 means only first latest 20 log it would give you. That's
How
what
about
that's
if you want the last 20 logs means?
that's the last 20 logs only. Last 20 means you can you need for the older one, you're saying.
Correct.
Right?
From below, from
You
bottom 20.
right now you would be getting for the date, right? So you would be getting the latest log, but you do not have that is in old log. But old log you want to find out, you can mention the date, which date you wanted to be looking for, older date. Which date? Sorry, which date you are getting older date? You can mention it hyphen. You don't have the parameter called old, like how you have the newest, like this same. You don't see this hyphen old, right?
Correct.
That parameter won't there. But now same things I would ask here, same, continue with this. You see this get hyphen service, right? Get hyphen service. Now, what would be the result you are getting here? Get hyphen service we are getting. I would need whatever services are running, those informations I need it, right? Goal is please get the all the services which are only running. How do I frame it? How do I frame it? You know the what is a commandlet? Find the commandlet. Correct? What is the commandlet? You know that already. Get hyphen service, right? And what would be the relevant parameter? Find the parameter and frame it. Anyone try with this?
It's hyphen status running.
Okay, get hyphen service, hyphen status, running. Is that right one?
Star.
Okay, your star.
Really
Where you are using? Here star. Both the sides star.
the first one.
First
I'm
one.
starting right.
Okay. Remember always when you use a star, if I said something start with, the end with, or contain, then you would use the star. If I tell you something start with, end with, or contain something I said, then if the requirement getting like that, then you would use the star. But anyway, you are saying that star both the side. How about others? Is that right? Is that right, commandlet?
In the last one. In only last.
Only
Not
last.
the
Okay.
starting.
Okay. Okay. Is that right? Shall I enter?
Yes, please. Let's see.
Please read this red color comment, red color error carefully.
Parameter name is status not found.
Parameter is wrong status.
So after reading this, you understood this is not right. Does this status is a part of parameter?
No, it is not actually.
How do I check it?
Get help, get service command will be.
Can I see the status here? Can I see the status parameter here? Computer name is there, display name is there, exclude is there, include is there, computer name, exclude, right? Name is
No.
there. No, right?
No.
Remember one more important, if requirement, the required parameter is not part of under default parameter. So we need to find that. So we must use pipeline operator. Okay, we must use a pipeline operator. Then how to find all the default, how to find each commandlet, all the properties or header or parameter to know that is in what is the relevant header. Then you should use get-service pipeline operator format list to find the relevant one, right? Format list. Some of this default parameter it is not there. I wanted to find all the properties. You need to ask this commandlet get-service, and I would ask for the region format list with a star. It would give this is all the information. Now we are looking for the status, right? Do we have the status here? Do we have the status? Yes, we have the status here, right? So how do we use it? As I said, certain parameter is not part of under the default parameter. We would use a pipeline. So we'll talk about next when you guys are registered, the course registered. This would be using like this: get-service pipeline operator where -object. Okay, $_dot. We'll talk about this more detail equal to running. We'll discuss this, and I'll make you to I'll explain you that piece by piece. So we'll divide this all the information, and I'll make you to understand how it works. Okay, you can just copy paste it here. Get-service pipeline operator where -object $_dot status equal to running. We are looking for the only running services. See this, we are getting all the running services, right? There are many logic we need to understand. These are the logic you would need it, right? So we would be talking about towards our journey. The syllabus is in under our website. You can just go through here. If you go to this automation, Windows PowerShell, and you would be able to see this. I'm making sure you that is in after 4 classes, you would be able to write a script, guaranteed, right? You would be able to write the script. We need to understand how the pipeline works, how the syntax works, right? Variables, data types, and looping statement, and what are the security, remote management, and looping statement for each, if else statement, function, module, and error handling, all these things. Ultimately, this course is make you to understand, to begin your journey with the PowerShell